Okay, so I tried to get on earlier today and do a video because I was wanting to know what people wanted to learn a little bit more about. One thing that I had gotten a few different responses from people was about homeopathy. So I talk about homeopathy, we use homeopathy in our home, and it's something that I was actually more informed about prior to oils. And so growing up, my mom used homeopathy in our home. We didn't go to the doctor a lot growing up. We always kind of had vitamins and nutritional type things. Just that's how I grew up, and it worked for us. We weren't sick a lot. We went to the chiropractor, things like that. So it kind of came second nature to me. Got away from using homeopathy. I don't really remember using it as a teenager, and then I want to say it was around our fourth kid that we had a homeopath had come here from another state and was starting to educate. She was teaching classes about homeopathy for the family, how to learn which remedies to take and why you would take them. So I started getting educated, and it's really helped our family a lot. It was one of the things that helped my husband a lot with some of his seasonal issues that he has had his whole life. So homeopathy is a holistic, safe option that people can use. It's something that stimulates your body's own natural healing. So depending upon the remedy that you choose, what it does is it kind of triggers your body to kind of bring up its vital force, your body's own natural ability to kick something by the particular remedy you choose. It's practiced worldwide. It's actually was the first 2 or 3 hospitals in the U.S. way back when hospitals first became a thing here. They were actually homeopathic hospitals. The royal family has used homeopathy for years. They still use homeopathy to this day. And there's no interaction. That's really the cool thing about it, is you really don't have to worry about interaction with, if you're currently taking a medication for something, you don't have to worry about the effects homeopathy would have. Is it going to counteract? And it's actually recognized by the FDA. Not that that means a whole lot to me, but it is recognized by the FDA. So 3 of the primary principles of homeopathy is the first one is like cures like. So what I mean by that, these are a couple of homeopathic remedies. It's best to store them in amber bottles. A lot of times you get them at health food stores, Whole Foods, like our local co-op carries them, Fresh Thyme carries them. Homeopathy for Mommies has a podcast and an online store. I highly recommend them. That's where she's taken my case, and she's amazing. She has 11 kids. She's been studying homeopathy for years, and her stories alone of how it has helped her family is amazing. So her name is Sue Meyer, Homeopathy for Mommies. I'll put the link on this video as well. So the premise is like cures like. So what that means is, I always like to give the analogy of arsenic. So arsenicum, is a remedy that you use. We know arsenic, the actual substance, is poison. And so if we got into arsenic and got a lot of it, it can cause vomiting, diarrhea. It can make us feel like we're going to die. Things like food poisoning. Well, in turn, when you get vomiting, diarrhea, you get exposed to something that is toxic to your body, you're going to use arsenic homeopathically to cure that, like cures like. What they do is they create a mother tincture. So they take the substance. One of my favorites to use is aluminum sepia, which is red onion. And so they take a red onion and they make a mother tincture. So if you're familiar at all with herbs, they take that herb, they put it in a jar, they soak it, they leave it sit for 6 weeks, and then they take a drop of that. They call that the mother tincture, and then they dilute it down. So typically you're taking 1 drop of the mother tincture to 99 drops of water, and you succuss it, you shake it up, and you mix it. And that would be considered a 1C. So think of Roman numerals. Typically when you're taking a remedy, this one's a 200C. It has been diluted down. It's more so the energy of the remedy. But with aluminum sepia, if you think of a red onion, you're cutting a red onion, when you get that runny nose, that runny eyes, that would be when you take aluminum sepia, when you get that clear runniness coming on. And it also kind of cool goes into the mentals. So just like essential oils, we can emotionally treat things. A lot of times, if you look at the mentals that go behind a remedy, you can figure out which remedy is the remedy you should be using with your kids. One I like to commonly go between is pulsatilla as a remedy and chamomile as a remedy. Your pulsatilla baby, when you're thinking about them, typically they're both teething remedies. So you're looking at your baby going, which teething remedy do I give them? If your baby is whiny, clingy, and just wants to be held and loved, that's a pulsatilla baby. If your baby wants to, it's whiny, clingy, wants to be loved, but it's at the same time pushing you away, or you give them that Nook or that bottle or pacifier and they throw it at you, that would be a chamomile baby. So if you look at the remedies and the mentals that go with it, you might have one that's good for, like I said, the teething, the irritability. But when you look at the mentals of that, you can figure out which of those two remedies is better suited for your child. The other thing is minimal dosing. So that's a second principle, is that a lot of times when you're dosing, you don't need to do it every 4 hours or every whatever. Typically, you succuss like this, shake the remedy, or actually you hit it firmly on a surface, and then you take, and you don't want to contaminate, so you put a couple pellets in the lid of your container, and then you put it into the mouth. But you don't want to like take pellets out, put them back in, because it contaminates your remedy. But you succuss it, and minimal dosing means you should be able to notice a difference within a few doses. If you're not feeling better, if it's not helping, then you have the wrong remedy and you need to go to the next one. Because there could be 500 remedies, okay, maybe not 500, but there could be like 20 remedies for a cough. And so sometimes when you limit it down, maybe you have 3 remedies that really seem to fit that cough that you're dealing with. You can try one. If you're not seeing relief from it, your child's not seeing relief from it, go to the next remedy. So minimal dosing is another principle. Like, you're not just giving something to give something, you want to see a result. And the third principle is single remedies. So there are different places you can go and you can find combo remedies that have a lot of different things in it, but typically you should be able to, in classical homeopathy, you are looking for one remedy that is going to encompass the majority of the issues. So those are kind of the 3 principles. That's kind of how homeopathy works. And this morning's video that I tried to do was very loud, and there were kids and crying. And so I just thought this would be easier and maybe a little bit more straightforward. So if you have questions, comments, you want to learn more, maybe you're looking for a specific issue, check out Homeopathies for Mommies podcast. She literally has hundreds of episodes of on different things, from everything from coughs to fevers to you name it. She has stuff. Her book is amazing. It is designed for moms to kind of pick out the remedies. It's designed for anyone, but it really does help moms kind of figure out and pinpoint. I like it because she's a mom, and she kind of designed it around ways that we could figure out what's wrong with our child and then pick the proper remedy for it. So go there if you're looking for it. And if you have just quick questions, by all means, let me know, because we have been using homeopathy. We use it in conjunction with our oils and with our herbs and things like that. It is just another tool in our toolbox, and it's one that I found huge benefit in, so I just kind of wanted to share with you. Have a great night.